Okay, so in my last video I did paper 1 of the National 5 exam, and I thought today I'm gonna go on with paper 2. So paper 2 is the one where I'm allowed to use a calculator. So I have it's kind of an old calculator, but I think it has all of the functions I will need, so that should be fine. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna copy the question, solve it, and yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. So I think this exam is almost 2 hours, so I think it's 1 hour and 15 minutes or something like that, so it should take me longer, but we're gonna see how I feel. So I'm gonna copy the first question. So we have a charity that distributed it distributed 80,000 emergency packages. Nice. During 2018. So that's okay. So far, nothing major. This number, okay, is expected to increase. So it's expected to get bigger, which is good. And then it tells me it's expected to increase by 15% each year. Oh, great. So calculate how many emergency packages the charity expects to distribute in 2021. Okay. So, yeah, how many years? 3 years. Okay. Doesn't sound hard. Okay. Though I think I need to not copy the question anymore. So look how long it is. Kind of like it because I can look back and just see. So I have 3 years. It increases by 15% each year. So I could do the long version when I calculate how much is in 2019, how much is in 2020, and how much is going to be in 2021, and do 15% every time. But I kind of want to do the short version where I just calculate how much is going to be after 3 years. So I have 80,000, and I multiply that by 1 plus 0.15. So it's 1 because I'm increasing. 0.15 is the 15%. Over 3 years, and I put all of that in my calculator. And I got 121,670 packages. Finished the question. So as you can see, I wrote all of that, and I'm writing just one line, and I feel like it's too long. Second question is find, and I'm not going to say what it is, but it's this. So it's a P in between 2 straight lines. So it doesn't, that's everything they say. And then they say the magnitude of the vector P, 627, negative 18. Now I have the feeling that if they left it just like that, it would have been harder, but after that they actually say that this is the magnitude of the vector. So I think that's like way easier. They basically tell people what they need to do if they know what a magnitude is. So magnitude is how long the vector is. So you just do the square root of every single component squared. So everything should be in the calculator. So 3 33. That should be okay. I hope my calculator is doing the right thing and I haven't put it in like a strange mode or anything, or it's not broken. So, okay, I'm already on question 3. Oh, I have a drawing already. It says the diagram shows triangle PQR. I'm just gonna copy what I have over there. Again, I do not have a ruler this time either, but I feel more confident about my drawings for some reason. It's not that bad. This is P, this is R, this is Q. Tell me this is 129 degrees. This is 45 centimeters. This is 70 centimeters. And then they say calculate the area of the triangle. Of the triangle PQR. I think it's quite easy when they say area of the triangle. The National 5 has a formula list at the front, and they have just one formula for the area of a triangle. And I will just copy the formula that they have over there. So it's 1/2 AB sine of C. So even though they use AB and then sine of C, it's just a side, another side, and the side of the angle in between them. So it's very straight on. There's not much you can do, or not many calculations. So it's basically all of that. Yeah, I don't know. I want to do half of 70 because I feel like what did we go there? 35 sine of 121. No, I don't have to do that. I can put everything on the calculator, but I feel like I don't know why I've done it, to be fair. Put everything in the calculator, and it gave me this 1224.0048 something. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, and that's centimeters squared because it is the area. So I finished 3 questions already in just like 7 minutes. It feels okay. Question number 4. Oh, this is one of the wordy questions. So we have a sesame seed, weights. I have the feeling that this is one of the other questions that I'm going to write everything and it's going to be one line of working. 10 to the negative 6 kilograms. That feels right. So negative 6, that makes it very small. The weight of a poppy seed should be bigger. Is 8% of the weight of a sesame seed? I thought it's... Actually, no. Yes, it should be smaller. It says just 8% of that? Wow. Is this the right numbers over there? Because that would be very interesting. Calculate the weight of a poppy seed. And then they want in scientific notation. So they want it to look exactly like that, basically. Just not bad. So it's 8% of that. So I need to do 8% of that. So all of that divided by 100 times by 8. So, I mean, you could do, it's just 8% of something. You can do it however you want to. I'm just going to put 3.6 times, what am I doing? Wrong. 3.6. And now I'm confused because I don't know how to use my calculator. I'm just going to divide by 100 and times by 8. So that gives me this. Times 10 to the negative 6, because I haven't done anything with that. That's just because my calculator is not the best. So that should be it, kilograms. Okay, feels okay. Ooh, 5. It has a drawing. The diagram shows a cone with diameter 6 units and height 8 units. Okay, a cone. I kind of want to draw the cone. Do I want to? I can try. So it's a cone. He gave me all of these bits, which is nice because that's how a cone should be. But I feel like they give a little bit too much. Okay, that's B. Unless I need to calculate something very complicated, but it doesn't look like it. So that's my cone, a horrible cone. That's my point A. But you also put the X. Y. And I should have made them bigger over there. And Z axis. Boom. Oh, so they want coordinates. I'm pretty sure about it already, without even writing anything else. The x-axis and the y-axis are tangents to the base. Oh, I should have, so this is 90 degrees there as well. A is the point of contact between the base and the x-axis. Oh, B is directly above the center of the base. Write down the coordinates of A and B. A has 3 bits, B has 3 bits. B should have the height over there. Oh, I forgot this. So, where does it? Oh, the diameter is 6. So, diameter is 6 what? Units. And the height is 8 units. Great, so by looking at this one, which is a horrible drawing, but I already know the height is 8, so my B should have 8 over here. And then I know my A is just on the x-axis, so all of the rest should be 0. So it's just the x I need to figure out, looking at this ones. No, because my drawing is so bad, you can't really understand, but this should be my diameter, and this is... No, the whole bit is 6, so this is 3. So from 0 to A, I should have 3. Now, obviously, it doesn't make much sense on my drawing. Maybe it does if I show you their drawing. See, this bit is 3, this bit is 3, because the whole bit is 6. So my A is 300, because it doesn't go on the y-axis and it doesn't go up or down for the z. And my B is the one I need to pay more attention, because B is exactly in the middle, so I kind of need to find the coordinates of that one, and then from that moving up, what's the height again? 8. So I need to find the coordinates of that one. So this one, it's the same x-axis, it's the same x-coordinate as A, so that would be 3, and then it goes back a little bit, so it goes on the y-axis as well, but it goes up to here, which again should be 3. So 3, 3, 8. Wasn't that bad? And my drawing is quite bad, but I hope that made sense. I think I'm going faster than I thought I will be. 6, do I have enough space here? I think I will, because it's quite... So solve the equation. Okay, they give me a quadratic. 3x squared plus 9x minus 2 equals to 0. And they say give your answer to correct to 1 decimal place. So 1 decimal place. That should be okay. Now I've used the quadratic formula in my paper 1 for the last question, which was a little bit harder, but I think for this one it will go faster. I also have a calculator, so that should be nice. And they say 1 decimal place, so without the quadratic formula I can't actually find 1 decimal place. So A is 3, B is 9, C is -2, so x is gonna be minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That's the formula that you get on the formula list, so it shouldn't be a problem. Now, to open it like that, and I just want to start the formula on this side with the right numbers in. So we'll get 2x's. So minus 9 plus or minus square root of 9 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 2. Everything should be under the square root. And then I have 2 times a is 3. Pretty decent. Everything should go on the calculator, but I'm gonna be going on a little bit one at a time. So I'm gonna do the 9 squared minus 4 times 3 times 2 first. That give me 105. It's just I find it easier to put everything in the calculator after that. And then I have one of them with a plus over 6 and one of them with the minus square root. That's what I mean, minus square root over 6. So I'm gonna do this one. Give me a very small number. Is that the right thing? I hope I've put the right thing. 207 something, which is 0.2 for my 1 decimal place. I just want to check something. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing on that side. So I got the second one to be minus 3.207 something. So that's minus 3.2. Okay. I'm on 7 already. Another drawing. So it's another triangle over here. Should be fine. Okay, so which question is that? 7. Oh, I feel I go a little bit faster with these ones, unless they're like a lot of questions and I might just like... There are 19 questions, so me being a 7, it's not... Okay. A triangle. Kind of the wrong... It's not the same, but it looks very strange mine, but X, Y, Z. So this is 6.3 centimeters. This is 7.2 centimeters. This is 8.5 centimeters. And they say calculate the size of the smallest angle. Oh. I like it because you need to figure out which one is the smallest angle. Calculates the size of the smallest angle. So it looks like I can't actually copy things from the paper. Okay, so my smallest angle, that's the bit where we need to be careful because it really has something to do with the sizes. So if I have 8.5 centimeters over here, this is my longest side, which means this is my biggest angle because it has the biggest like openness in between, if that makes sense. And this is 6.3, so this is my smallest angle, so I need to find angle Z over there. Now, because they give me all of the sides, I can use the cosine rule. Now, again, they have the cosine rule on the formula list, so that should go quite okay. And they have the two versions of it. They have the one for finding the side and they have the one for finding the angle. So I'm going to use the one for finding the angle, but I'm going to change it. So on the formula list, they have cosine of A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared equals, over 2BC. So that's what they have on their formula list, but I have Z and Y, so I need to find cosine of Z equals, so it's the Y squared plus the x squared minus the z squared over 2 times y times x, and that's my y, that's my x, that's my z, if that makes any sense. So yeah, and I need to put all of the numbers in and then put everything in the calculator and make sure I'm fine. So 8.5 squared plus 7.2 squared minus 6.3 squared over 2 times 7.2 times 8.5. I've put them the other way around, but that's the y and that's x, but it shouldn't matter. So on my calculator, which is not the best at fractions, but we will manage. So I should have got like one of the other calculations that has, not calculations, one of the other calculator that has like a proper fraction button, but this one doesn't. And I need to go the top and then the bottom. Should be fine. Okay. That looks good. That's a nice cosine, because again, I wanted to make sure that my cosine is in between -1 and 1. So if I go something very strange, then I would have been scared. So this is what I get on the calculator. And they actually asked me for the cosine. So to find the cosine, I need to do the inverse cosine of this one. So my z is cos -1 of all of that. And I'm just going to put -1, cosine -1 of my answer. And I have to see if I remember how to put cosine -1. Cosine -1, okay, good, of my answer. I have an answer button. I have an answer button. Okay, equal. I hope I pressed the right buttons over there. It gives me 46.406 something. Do they say how many decimal places they want? They don't. So I mean, I can put 46.4 degrees. Does that sound right? I hope it does. It's small. So my only problem is that I had to use this one on the calculator, so I hope I've put the right thing. So it's the cosine -1 of the answer I just got previously. So that should be fine. Okay, question number 8. Don't have space over there. Okay, question number 8. It looks long, but it has a drawing, so I don't think it's that bad. So traffic bollard is in the shape of a cylinder with a hemisphere on the top. Can actually draw that because it's easier, and they give me the diameter and the height, so that should be fine. Oh, I think it's something that has to do with volume. Again, I can't make straight lines for some reason. Oh my, straight line please, thank you. Okay, and then I have a hemisphere on the top. That's not that bad. So my whole height is 70. So my whole height, again, I can't make straight lines. Oh my goodness. Even when I have like square paper, I can't make straight lines. So 70 centimeters for the height. And then they tell me the diameter over there is 24 centimeters. So what I basically need to do is I basically need to find the radius and then the volume, because they say calculate the volume to 3 significant figures. So calculate the volume to 3 significant figures. Now again, on the formula list, they have the volume of some bits. They have the volume of the cylinder, but they have the volume of the, where are you? The volume of the sphere. So when you do half of the sphere, you just need to calculate the volume of the sphere and then half it, or you can just half it straight away from the formula if you feel brave enough. So I will start with the hemisphere over there, and so it's a half of the volume of the sphere, which is 4/3 pi are cubed, because that's the volume. And yeah, I want to be brave and just simplify my fraction over there. So I get 2 over 3 pi r cubed. So right now I can just put the radius and put everything on my calculator and it should be fine. 2 over 3 times pi times, if my diameter is 24, my radius is 12 cubed. I know, me and my struggles with my calculator. I have no idea where my pi button is. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna do 2 times, where's my pi? Oh, pi. It's easier than I thought it would be. 12 cubed, divide by 3. So it tells me that it's 3619.114737. Now I kind of wanted to copy everything down because they want 3 significant figures at the end. So I don't want to make any mistakes when I do everything, because I found the hemisphere. Now I need to find the full-on cylinder and then I need to add them together. So my cylinder, now that's the only formula we have to remember, but it should be fine because we need the area of the circle, which is pi r squared times the height. Not something major. So pi times 12 squared times, what was the height? Oh, I need to calculate the height actually, because the whole height is 70 and then I have the small hemisphere over there. So my height is 70. Take away, what do I have to take away? The radius 12. So that is my height. So as I want to be lazy and do 70 take away 12 on my calculator, that's 58. And then I put everything in. So my lovely pi button times 144. So strange. Now I've done 70 take away 12 on my calculator, but 12 squared, I've just put it as 144 instead of, anyway, it doesn't matter. That's random. So this is 26,238.58184 centimeters cubed. Now I kind of wanted to copy everything again to make sure I'm doing the right thing. It's way bigger than my hemisphere, so that means I'm doing the right thing, because look at this bit compared with that bit, so that makes sense. And then my total volume, so my big volume is the volume of the hemisphere adding the volume of the cylinder. I'm not going to copy the numbers. We just put kind of the formula. Now I'm putting all of the numbers in my calculator. For some reason I can't copy. Okay, and he gave me this one, 29,857.69658 centimeters cubed. Now I'm not finished. I almost forgot about the 3 significant figures. That's quite easy. 1, 2, 3. This is significant figures. I have a 5 after that, so this becomes 29,900 centimeters cubed. Finish question 8. A lot of calculations, but not that hard. Oh, another percentage question. Not a lot of percentage questions in this one. I mean, so question 9. Georgie had her roof repaired. Georgie? Okay. She was charged an extra 2.5% for late payment. So Georgie, is that how I pronounce the name? I hope that's the right way. Was charged an extra 2.5% for late payment. That sounds decent. Okay, she had to pay a total. Wow, is that how expensive it is? To repair your roof? I mean, it kind of depends on what happened. To pay a total of £977.85. Calculate how much she would have saved if she had paid on time. Obviously. Calculate how much she would have saved if she had paid on time. Great, so that's 97.85. It's with, yeah, it is with 2.5% in it. So that's not 100%, that's 102.5% is the actual 977.85. Okay, and I need to find out 100%. So I want to find 1%. I find that it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to do 977.85 divided by 102.5. That's 9.54 pounds. And then 100%, I'm just going to multiply by 100. 954 pounds. Calculate how much you would have saved if she had paid. If they say she would have saved, I have the feeling that they asked me to do the difference in between. Is that how much? How much you would have saved? Well, let's do the difference. 977.85 take away 954. So she would have saved 23.85 pounds. Decent. She could have just like went out and like have a, I don't know, a nice lunch. Okay, next question. Express x squared plus 10x minus 15 in the form. Okay, I like this question. It's very straight on. If you know what to do, you will do it very fast. If you don't know what to do, blank. Basically. So x squared plus 10x minus 15. So that's completing the square. I used to love these ones when I was at school. So it's x plus, I need to half this one, so that's 5. Everything squared. On the side, I'm just gonna calculate how much that is. I'm gonna go a little bit faster without doing the full-on calculation because I know how that is. I'm gonna take away the 25 because that was extra in my brackets and I don't need it, and then I'm gonna copy the negative 15 over there. So I have x plus 5 squared minus 40. I don't know why it took me so long. Boom, that's it. If I want to be extra, I can just put a minus 40 in brackets. I don't have to. Anyway, that is it. I've moved the camera. Sorry guys. So question 11, another drawing. Do I do the drawing here? I have a feeling I don't want to do the drawing here. No, it's a jet ski race. Oh, I can copy some of the bits. I have a jet ski. So the diagram shows the course of a jet ski race. The course is indicated by markers A, B, and C. The total length of the course. Okay, so we have the course of a jet ski race. Okay, we have the markers A, B, and C, but you're gonna see sorry for my voice, you're gonna see them on the drawing, and then the total length of the course is 1,500 meters. They tell me how much is one from the other, but I will put it on the diagram, and I need to copy the diagram now to make a little bit sense. So they tell me C is due north of B, which is a good thing because they tell me if it's exactly north, then I have a right angle triangle like this. So that's C and that's B. And if it's exactly due north, it's 90 degrees over there for sure. And then I have 650 meters over there, 600 meters over there. Oh, I forgot to put A. A is over there. And then Determine where B... What? What do I need to determine whether B is due east of A? What on earth do I need to calculate, guys? I'm so confused. If B... So that's my north. If B is due east of A. That's east, isn't it? West, south, yes. So do I have to check if this is 90 degrees? Is that what they're asking me to do? I am so confused of the wording of these questions. Determine whether B is due east of A. I think that's what it means. I think I have to check that this is actually 90 degrees because north and east, they're 90 degrees one from the other. So if B is east compared to is on the east of A. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So yeah, I need to check that that angle is actually I feel confused for some reason by this sentence, but I think I'm right. So yeah, I need to find that angle. I think I need to find this angle, and then this angle is basically the same as that angle, and I will be able to add them up and see if it's 90. I think that's what I need to do. It's good that that's 90 degrees. Oh, I have a couple of things I can do. I can do SOHCAHTOA, I think. I don't have to do sine rule or a very strange bit. I can do SOHCAHTOA. I will do SOHCAHTOA, which is sine, cosine, and tangent in my right angle triangle. So I need to find this angle. So I have the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So that's my cosine. So cosine of A is my adjacent over the hypotenuse. My adjacent is 600 over the hypotenuse is 650. Put down the calculator. That's 0.9230, lots of bits, and I have to do cosine -1 of that to get the angle. So cosine of my answer equals 22.619. I already have the feeling that it's not going to be. Because now looking at it, obviously these two together make 90 degrees. I mean, this is 90. This and this together are gonna make 90 anyway. What on earth do I need to calculate? I am so confused. Do I have to find the angle in between them? I found A. A is 22.619. Oh my goodness. Oh, I haven't used something. They tell me the length of the course is 1,500 meters. So I can find this one. I feel so confused. But I didn't even need that one because they tell me that's exactly due north. So that means this is 90. The confusion is real, guys. It's so real. Even it tells me C is due north of B. So this is 90. Is it just me that doesn't understand the question at all? Oh my goodness. $250. Now I'm actually curious. Is this right now a right angle triangle or not? I actually need to check. So 650 squared, that's 600 squared plus 250 squared. I don't know. So I'm going to check them. So 650 squared, that gives me 422,500, and 600 squared plus 250 squared, 422,500. Yes, it is. So I need to calculate if B is due east of A. Do I actually have to check if my triangle is... Oh, goodness me. I do not understand the question. So C is due north of B, so this is 90. If this is B, I go exactly north of B, so I go straight on. This is 90 as well. I need to check what? B is east of A. That's my north. So what on earth do I need to calculate? If this is A, this is the north, and if this is 90, so that goes exactly from A east. But that's so obvious for me. If this is 90 degrees, then these two together make 90 degrees as well. And this one is the same as that one because it's parallel lines over there. And this will make 90. Is that what I need to do? Oh, so annoyed by this question. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. And I will come back after, I don't know, I ask someone else. I go and... Oh, okay. Second question. Why do I have this drawing again? So we have ABC is a sector of a circle with the center C, DEF is a sector of a circle with center F. The sectors are mathematically similar, so I have similar shapes. ABC is a sector. They've put the drawings for the sector, so a circle is center C, and DEF is a sector of a circle with center F. Okay. The sectors are mathematically similar. Okay, so I have similar shapes already. Now the question is, do they give me area probably, or length of something? Oh, they give me the area of the larger sector. So I need to find the area of the other one. The area of the larger sector, which is ABC, is 2,750 centimeters squared, or square centimeters. Oh, I have an A and a B. A is calculate the area of the smaller sector. Of the smaller sector, which is DEF. Great, so I get from big to small. I'm still thinking of the other question. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. Oh, I've just done the calculation. Oh, I can't speak. Chill. So, okay, so the scale factor, 30 over 50. I need the area scale factor, which is 30 over 50 squared, and my area is 30 over 50 squared times 2,750. So 30 divided by 50 squared times 2,750 on the calculator, and it gave me 990 centimeters squared. So that's my area. Full on, finished. B. Determine the size of angle ACB. Oh, they're actually not connected to one another. Because you can do A without doing B, and you can do B without doing A. Because they don't ask you anything about the one you just found out the area for. Okay. So area of a sector. So sector area. What I have an angle which I need to find out, over 360 times pi radius squared. My area is 2,750 equals x is the one I need to find out, times pi is just a number. My radius is radius is 50 squared. Great. I'm not going to do any calculations. I just want to move things around. Multiplied by 360, and I'm going to divide by that so that I can put all in one go on the calculator without making any mistakes. So that should be my angle. Great. So I have 2,750 times 360. And all of that is divided by pi times 50 squared. And I got 126.0507 something for my x. Did they tell me how many decimal places they want, something like that? No. So I'm gonna take 200 and 126 for my missing angle. Good. 13. Question 13. Find an expression for the gradient of the line. Okay. So, if you know how to find the gradient it should be straight on. An expression of gradient of the line joining, and they give me 2 points. Point A to be 6 and 9 to point B. Oh, point B is interesting. They have 4p and 4p squared. Give your answer in its simplest form. Oh ho ho. Okay, I understand what they want. So AB. That's interesting. It's a nice question, to be fair. They check a couple of things in it, so nice. So I'm gonna take A to be my first one and B to be my second one. So y2, that's 4p squared, minus y1, that is 9, over 4p minus 6. Yeah, they want me to simplify the fraction. So that's 2p minus 3 and 2p plus 3, because that's the difference of 2 squared. 4 is 2 squared, 9 is 3 squared, so that's me on there. And here I have a common factor of 2, so I'm left with 2p minus 3. I divide by that bracket, and I'm left with 2p plus 3 over 2. And I think that's me finished. 14. I don't have space for 14 here, so I'm just gonna go on to the other page. I think 14 is quite decent. Great, so 14. Solve the equation. It's a 5, cosine of x plus 2 equals to 1, and they want x in between 0 and 360, so it shouldn't be 360, but it can be 0. Great, so I'm going to take away the 2. -1, I'm going to divide by 5. Cosine of x equals -1 over 5. Hip hip hooray. So I'm going to find my x. Cosine -1, but I'm going to put 1 over 5, so I'm going to find the acute angle. So let me call it A first, and then I will calculate how much it's going to be with my cosine negative, because I want to make sure I don't make any mistakes. So I'm going to do my diagram to make sure I don't make mistakes. So if I want cosine to be negative, I have my cosine negative in between 90 and 180, and in between 180 and 360. So that's what I need to do. I'm going to find my angle with the calculator from 0 to 90 and then change it to get these two angles. So my cosine divided by 5. So it gave me, do you want significant figures or not? They didn't say anything. So it gave me 78.46. I'm just going to keep it like that. So that's my angle over there. I need to find the other two. So my x is actually 180 take away 78.46 for this one over here, and that gave me 101.54. That's my first one, and my second one, it's over here, which is 180 plus 78.46. So that should be fine. 180 plus I have put minus plus 78.46, 258.46. Now, if I'm not completely sure I got the right answers, I'm just going to calculate cosine of each of them to see if I get it something close. So minus 0.2, which isn't it, 1 divided by 5, yeah. And I'm going to calculate it for the other one, 258.46 minus 0.2, ace. That's me finished with question 14. 15. Question 15. Express as a single fraction in its simplest form. Okay. Okay, so let's see, they have 4 over x minus 2 take away 3. Okay, so I kind of need to start all over again because my card was full, so I had to stop, and my voice is going. So I need to express as a single fraction in its simplest form. Drink some water. Okay, better. And I have 4 over x minus 2 minus 3 over x plus 5. And they tell me that x is different than 2 and different than -5, which is a good thing, so that means I don't have zeros on the denominator over there. I need the same denominator, so I'm multiplying my first fraction by x plus 5. So I get 4x plus 5 on the top and x minus 2, x plus 5 on the bottom. Take away, and I need the same denominator for the other one, and I'm multiplying by x minus 2, so I get 3x minus 2. Now I'm going to write it as a whole big fraction before I multiply the brackets, just to make sure I don't make any mistakes when I multiply, because I have a -3 over there, and I have the feeling I will make mistakes if I don't write it like that. Don't feel I need a calculator for this, so this could have been like a paper 1, I think, which is nice. So 4x plus 20 minus 3x plus 6, so that's where I could have made a mistake over there. I'm not going to multiply the brackets on the bottom. Let's see if I can get, so I get x plus 26 over x minus 2, x plus 5. Ace. Pretty decent for this one. I'm not complaining. It's basically a paper 1 question. So yeah. 16. Simplify. Boom. So, a to the power 4 times 3a. On the top is quite easy. Over square root of a. Okay, so on the top I have 3a to the power 5 over a to the power 1 over 2. So that is, I'm going to write under 3a to the power 5 minus 1 over 2. So 3a to the power 4.5. Very straight on. Again, this is a paper 1 type question. I mean, there's no reason for it to be in a paper 2. I mean, there's nothing. Okay, expand and simplify. Expand and simplify sounds like brackets, and they do have brackets, but the brackets they have, it's, I mean, not hard. So sine x plus cosine x squared. So I have 2 brackets basically. I can do it faster than this, but I just want to show everything. So that gives me sine squared plus sine x cos x, and then another sine x cos x. So that gives me 2 sine x cosine x plus cosine squared of x. Now if this was a higher paper, they know a formula for this one, but at this point we don't know. The only formula we know is that sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. So I have 1 plus 2 sine x cos x. Oh, I actually want to put this for higher, because higher will get 1 plus sine of 2x. But yeah, just gonna leave it like that. So this is it for this paper. Ooh, last 2 questions. Great, let's see. 18. The picture shows a cartoon snowman. It looks so freaky. I don't like it, but I want to show it to you. So that's my snowman. I don't like it. I really do not like the snowman. Anyway, the diagram below represents the snowman, so obviously I have to draw 2 circles. So that's the head of the snowman, and I need the body of the snowman. This is horrible. Oh, God. Where's the center of my... Oh, this is the center. That's the center. No, this can't be the center. This is the center of this one, so it should be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. S and T, A and B, and C is here, and D is here. Okay, so I have this drawing. The head is a small circle, center S with diameter 15. So AB is 15 what? Centimeters. Oh, again, I'm writing with that one and you can't see anything. AB is 15 centimeters. Great. The body is a part of a larger circle, centered T, so that's the body, which is horrible in my drawing, but it doesn't matter. The point T lies on the circumference of the small circle, so it's exactly on the circumference. Good. The points A and B lie on the circumference of both circles. A and B of both circles. Calculate CD, the height of the yeah, CD. I mean AS and SB and SC and ST, all of them are radiuses. And they are all the same, which is 15 divided by 2, which is 7.5 centimeters. So all of these, boom, 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 all four of them are the same. Okay, so I already know the CT is 15 centimeters, and I need to find TD. TD is the radius of my second circle. Where else do I have the radius of the circle? Oh, from T to B and T to A. And this is 90 degrees. Okay, so I actually have this. So that's S, B, T. I know this is 7.5. I know this is 7.5. I know that's right angled. I need to find the hypotenuse. So I have 7.5 squared plus 7.5 squared. 7.5 squared plus 7.5 squared. That's 112.5. And then I have to do a square root of 112.5. So that's Pythagoras. So square root of 112.5. That's 10.6066 centimeters. So my T to B, which is the radius of my other bit, is 10.6. Let's put 10.6. So from C to T is 15. From T to D is 10.6. So my CD is 15 plus 10.6, which is 25.6 centimeters. That seems decent. And the last question. Yes, I am so happy I'm at the last question. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Last question, 19. Katie and Mona are looking up at a hot air balloon. In the diagram below, this is the diagram below. M, B I will presume is the hot air balloon. K I presume is Katie. M is Mona. 350 meters is the distance in between them. And 52 degrees. Mona is looking at 52 degrees compared to the ground, and not Mona, Katie. And Mona is looking at 34 degrees compared to the ground. So one is looking this way and the other one is looking that way. And someone actually managed to calculate or measure the degrees at which the girls are looking at the hot air balloon. Sounds so funny. Okay, calculate the height of the hot air balloon above the ground. Okay. Calculate the height. So, I didn't, to be fair, this question is so long. Look at the paper. It has a lot of information. It tells you bits about the Katie and Mona, and then it has like a long pic. And I've copied the triangle and just calculate the height. And it looks way more easier, at least for me. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I need to find the height. Again, me and straight lines. Oh, goodness me. Straight lines, please. Straight lines. Okay, so I need to find the height. Now, I think there are quite a couple of methods in which you can calculate the height. I think you can find either of the sides. So if you find BK, you will look in this triangle over there. If you find BM, you will look in this triangle over there. And then I think you will be able to calculate the height because it's a right angle triangle. So you can use sine, cosine, tan, or something like that. So that's okay, I think. The only bit is we need to calculate either BK or BM. And that's the sine rule. So it's A over sine A, B over sine B, C over sine C. So this is what they have on the formula list. Now, me personally, I don't like this way of writing the formula because sine can be 0, and I just want to have the sine on the top. Doesn't matter in this context anyway, because I have small k and big K, small m and big M for the angle, and small b and big B. And what do I want to calculate? Which one do I want to find? I mean, I'm gonna go with Mona. So I want to find BM, which is K. So I want to find K. I know K. I know B and B. I know B, though I haven't calculated the angle B, but it's 52 at 35 take away from 180, so you can put it over there. 180 take away 52 at 35, 87, 93. So that's my B. B is 93. Should have put it over there before, but I didn't. Anyway, moving on. So K is the one I want to find out. Sine K is sine 52 equals my small b is 350 because that's the side over sine 93. So to find the K there, I multiply by sine 52. So I get K equals to 350 times sine 52, everything over sine 93. Put everything on my calculator. 350 times 275.97 meters. I'm in here. And then what do I have? I have this. I have this is 275.97, and I have this is 52, and I need the opposite, so that is sine. So sine of 52 is the opposite over the hypotenuse, which is the opposite I need to find out. The hypotenuse is 257.97. That's sine of 52. So I need to multiply, so my opposite is 257.97 times sine of 52. 275. Did I say 57? I think I've been saying 57, but it's 275.97 times sine of 52. 217.46 meters. Yeah. I'm finished, I think. So this is the height. So the height is 217.46 meters. Boom. Yes, I've done everything. I'm still confused about that question, so I will probably go around and check that question and see if anyone has any ideas. But yeah, I will come back if something comes to my mind about that before anything else. But yeah, this is me finishing. I finished everything. 19 questions. I don't think it took me like almost 2 hours. Do I have any left? No. think it took me like an hour and a half, but I've done it quite fast. I think it was way faster than the other one, or I was in a mood of doing it very fast. So yeah, but anyway, this is it. So yeah, finished the National 5 Maths 2019, paper 1 and paper 2. So yeah, I will speak to you next time. I will try and see if I can do more of these ones, but like topic related, instead of doing like a full-on paper like this, because this feels very long to film and do at the same time. So yeah. Okay guys, so I thought about this question a bit more, so I want to show you the question number 11 that like confused me so badly. So we have this drawing. We don't actually know that this is 90 degrees, so that was my problem, because it says C is due north of B. So I know that C goes exactly 90 degrees up, but I don't know how much this line goes. So I know this is 90 over there, but this line, I have no idea how much it goes. So basically, I've kind of solved the problem while I did all of my calculations and stuff. But what I had to check is I actually had to check that this was 90 degrees. Because if C is exactly north of B, I have, so here is B, here is C. If C is exactly north of B, then I have a straight line over there. So this is 90. But I don't know exactly where A is. So A could be like this. A could be here. And that means I have no idea how much that angle is. So it could be like that. And then when they say A is exactly east of B, that means A goes like this and my B is here, and I need to check that this is 90 degrees. Now I've basically checked this over here when I wanted to check that it's 90 degrees. It's very funny, but I've checked it and I got it that it is 90 degrees. So I should mention the fact that angle B is 90. So I should have a sentence at the end saying that yes, this triangle is right angled, so A is actually east of B. But I didn't figure out at the time, so I thought about it a little bit after that, and I thought, I think this is what they're asking. It was confusing. To be fair, I was very confused by the question, and it just blew my mind when I saw the way they presented everything. But yeah, I think after a while it made sense when I did the drawing differently, so that I could check exactly every single step. I think they really confused me by the fact that they gave me the drawing instead of letting me look at this and decide on a drawing. So just by them putting this, I was completely sure I'm doing the right thing because of the drawing. So it showed me that the drawing could be very, very, very off. So yeah, this is it. So I basically solved this question as well. I'm sorry I'm putting it at the back, so it could have confused some people. But yeah, it has been confusing for me. So anyway, I hope this helps, because I really wanted to go back and check the question and redo it a couple of times until it made sense for me before I put the video live. So that's it. Finished. Great. Enjoy the day again.